Hello Aquarius, hello, hope you're doing good. We're going to be doing your timeless love reading for July 2022. Let's go ahead and just take a deep breath, say your prayer and get right into it. Pray to God, Spirit, my guides, my angels, my ancestors to help myself, Aquarius, and anybody watching to see the clearest messages for the highest good of all involved in our love and relationships for a timeless love reading for July 2022. You don't have to have Aquarius in your chart, nor do you have to watch this during July. If it resonates, it resonates. If it does not, please do not force it, as it may not be a message for you. But I hope you guys have been good. I am sorry I've been late on the readings. I had to take a little bit of a break. I did get a little bit sick for about a week or so. It was pretty much just a pretty bad sinus infection. Yeah, very bad, but we're back at it, man. We're back at it. I'm feeling better than I did before. And bottom of the deck, not a sword. Let's just go and jump right into it, Aquarius. Clearly you're in your head about something. There's a lot of anxiety surrounding this connection. There's something where you're just not entirely sure. It almost feels like it's like, is this too good to be true? Can I trust this person? Like all of those questions that would naturally arise in a relationship. Let's tap into the cards though, man, because we had, a bunch of cards come out. A little bit of a story time. So we have the Hangman. I feel like there's a little bit of a pause right now. There's a little bit of a delay, and I feel like you're the one that's instating this delay. You're in that Nine of Swords energy. You're kind of pulling back, and you're like, you know what? Let me gain a little bit of perspective here. This can be the card of gaining perspective on a situation. You know what? I've never actually said that about this card before, so maybe that's a new channeled message for the perspective of this card. Maybe I heard it somewhere. Who knows? But I feel like there's a need to gain perspective, and that's kind of why you're pulling back right now. You're in this space of like, I want to make sure I can trust this person, and in order for me to feel like comfortable in that way, I need to kind of pull my energy back and reevaluate things before moving forward, right? Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords, and I feel like this has more to do with your past than it does to do with your person. I feel like you have been through a lot of deceptive energies, or you've been through a lot of situations where there has been deception, and now you're kind of like, okay, this is really, really great, this relationship I may be in now, this new person I'm talking to, but I want to make sure that I'm safe. I want to make sure that this is a secure connection. I want emotional security. I want, maybe you want commitment, whatever it is you want. I feel like you're just seeking security. And I think that really starts within yourself before seeking that with somebody else, right? And this energy of like, okay, well, I recognize I want this, but what can I do right now to make myself feel safe? Right, and I feel like that's kind of this here. I feel like maybe there is a lack of commitment here, and maybe that's what's causing you to feel this way. This could be you or your person. It could be somebody you're dealing with, but it feels like whoever is in this energy, there's just like, I don't know. It's like a greedy type of energy. It's almost like somebody who is really, really greedy with their money. This can be somebody who's financially dependent upon you or your person. That's what I'm kind of picking up on. I feel like your person has somebody around them that's kind of that's just in this energy. They're very petty. They're very vindictive. There's somebody who's very just like controlling. This can be like a parent. This could be a friend. Somebody who's just always in their ear talking about this, that, and the third. But I feel like that's kind of why you may be feeling there's like a deceptive energy here, because there's somebody involved with your person who is in that energy. And so it may not necessarily be your person, but it can be 333 on the counter, but it could very well be somebody your person is dealing with, right? I don't normally like to tap into other people's energies too much in the readings, as I feel like it's more or less taking away from the reading itself. However, I do feel like in this situation it's quite important for me to acknowledge that there is somebody coming through immediately, which I haven't gotten for really any of the readings except for maybe like Cancer. So you can maybe go watch Cancer's reading, because this is a very similar type of energy. Specifically in new relationships with somebody who you may be talking to. This could be somebody who, again, has somebody that's financially dependent on them. There could be codependency in general. It could just be somebody around them who, or this could also be like work obligations is what I'm hearing. Maybe somebody's in a job that just takes up so much of their time, and maybe you're just feeling like you're not getting the attention you want, you're not getting the communication you want. Maybe they're not even being open about what it is they have going on because the connection is so new, okay? But the card under this one, though, is the Princess of Swords. So I feel like this could be somebody younger that you're dealing with, but I feel like this is somebody who's just kind of watching on from a distance, right? I feel like this could be your person just kind of keeping an eye on you. Maybe you're not talking very much right now. Maybe you had a falling out is what I'm hearing. Maybe with this Queen of Pentacles reverse, maybe you and your person had a falling out. Maybe there was some deception going on, right? Maybe there was something that you were like, I'm not sure I'm too happy about this. So you're kind of in this separation phase with your person. And maybe you're just kind of both looking on, but we have the sun here. And so that's what I'm seeing. It's like, I'm seeing a couple of different things. The first thing I'm tapping into is what I first tapped into when I started the reading was, excuse me, you were pulling back your energy because of the fear of deceptive energy. Because that Nine of Swords is the reason I'm kind of, going off of that, because excuse me, that Nine of Swords is like that anxious energy, the apprehensiveness with the Hanged Man. But it feels like there's a new beginning here. I feel like whatever it is you're involved with this person, it doesn't feel like it's really an unhealthy type of energy. It just feels like something where you kind of need to overcome some of your own anxieties and fears. And again, this could be your person. So I think the thing that's going to lead to this Sun card here with your person is talking about this. Having a healthy conversation that's going to allow you to speak about your fears, to let them know what it is you're afraid of, which is literally just me saying the same thing, but just having that conversation, right? Talking to your person and saying like, hey, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that, I want this, I want that. Specifically, if you're kind of moving into a deeper committed phase in this relationship, or you are seeking commitment in this relationship on a deeper level, or you want to change the dynamic in a way that is going to reflect what it is you want, be sure to be really open about that. If this is somebody from your past, this can represent somebody wanting to come back around and have this conversation with you. They may be coming back around and they're like, hey, you know what? I know I was in this energy. I'm really sorry. Like, I had all of this going on around me. There's people around me that were just all up in my head talking this and that. And that's kind of why I pulled back. I was focusing on myself. This could also represent somebody whose finances just were not very well. Maybe your person was in this really just financially just not good, not in a good financial state, and they were just like, I don't know if I can really provide for this connection right now, because let's be honest, being in a relationship costs money, whether or not you want to admit it, to some degree. I'm not going to say it needs money, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, there's like, dates and things, and you can do like free dates and free stuff, but a lot of the times I feel like it gets to a point in a relationship where finances do get involved, especially if you want to take things to that next level where it's like moving in and stuff like that. There will be the discussion of this, and I feel like maybe your person is just in this phase where their finances aren't where they want them to be, and that's kind of why they're here. They're kind of just like, damn, like, I'm kind of not sure I can really show up for you right now, because, well, I gotta get my shit together. That's just a very real conversation and experience for a lot of people, man. And so I feel like that's why this energy is here. It's a little bit of an immature communicative style that I'm seeing. It's somebody who may not have the proper tools to communicate with you that they want this. They may be somebody younger who does not have the experience that you have, that may not be able to really tell you what it is they want, so they might have to try to show you what it is they want. Just something to keep a lookout on, though. But if we're going to be taking a look deeper here, under the Nine of Swords, we have the Two of Wands reverse. That's just like a lack of decision. I feel like either one, a decision has been made to move away from this connection, or two, there is a standstill because somebody is just not making a decision at all. And I kind of feel like this is your person. I feel like they're in this space. They're like, like I said with the whole finances card, they're like, I'm not where I need to be in life right now. And so they're deciding to put things on pause. And I feel like that has really nothing to do with you at the end of the day. I'm sorry, it's kind of a bummer having to read for this because I feel bad, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like a great situation to be in. I feel like I've been in situations like this before too, where finances are a major issue in the relationship at some point. And it's something where everybody has different views on that, different experiences with that, depending on how you grew up, where you grew up, and how you want to live. But at the end of the day, it just seemed like finances are kind of getting in the way of this relationship, whether that's you or your person needing to get their shit together. It's just an energy that's here. I feel like things are just on pause right now. Again, this can represent having a financial fallout, having something that happened. This can represent there's maybe just something happened in their life that just drained their resources. This could be somebody around them. This can be like having children that are, having kids cost money, and that can be something that's affecting the connection. And that's actually, what I am seeing here. I never actually really tapped into that before. This could be like a children, like maybe they do have children. The Sun card can be the card of children. And so maybe your person has kids, or maybe they just have people around them that do rely on them for finances. And again, it just feels like there's this sense of obligation there where they're needing to provide for this situation, person, relationship. It could be like a parent, right? It could be like somebody, like maybe somebody in their family they lost their job or something, and now they have to, pick up slack with the bills, or maybe something happened with just something around finances and codependency, having to do with finances. And I feel like that's just a major factor right here for you. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like needing to kind of trust in the process. When I see the Tree of Life reverse card, it's like, okay, well, I may not be where I want to be, but what can I do to shift that perspective? And it's kind of like, well, I'm trying to build everything from the ground up, but maybe I need to kind of like, manifest from the ethers. Like, what do I truly want for myself here? Like, how can I really utilize my consciousness? How can I utilize the energies of the universe to really bring some deeper manifestations into my life? Because right now, I feels like in this relationship, you're focusing so much on what you don't have that you're not seeing that like this takes time to manifest. Regardless of whether you are with this person or not, or you want somebody new, or you're trying to manifest career opportunities to get your life to a financially stable space, it's understanding that like you do not have to do everything yourself, and you should let the divine help you. Okay? There's a card under that. I mean, we have counterparts here. So, I mean, we have two counterparts. We'll tap into this. We have two counterparts. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles. Nobody's looking at each other. They're both, I mean, we can go like this and be like, oh, okay, they're staring at each other. So let's do that, sure. Both people are looking at each other right now. It doesn't really make a difference at the end of the day, I guess, because you're both in reverse. And so it's like this energy of like, regardless of whether you want each other or not, you both are just not investing in this connection. And I feel like that goes both ways. I feel like because you both want different things, you both are just in a different phase of your life right now, and I feel like that is just having a major impact on how you view this connection. You're like, okay, is this going to be a financially viable connection for both of us? Is this going to be something that we can actually invest in? This does not always have to be finances. It's also like these cards are asking me to, I guess, present to you whether you are emotionally available. Are you available for the level of commitment that is required of a connection like this, of a counterpart connection that we do have? Do you both have the time to invest in this connection? It doesn't even always have to do with money. I feel like there are a lot of work obligations for you both right now that are asking or causing you both to question whether or not you're going to be able to invest in each other. Okay, but it's not all bad. I know it seems like a little bit of a rough reading, Aquarius, but you do have the Six of Pentacles here. So that is the card of combining finances for me right now. This came up for, I think it was Sagittarius, I believe. But it's the card of, again, reconciliatory energy. This is a card of, I don't know, like balance, equal give and take. This is a card of abundance. This is a really beautiful financial card. And so it's like, okay, you both may not be in the best financial space, but if you were to combine your resources, that would allow you to live the lives you want to live and to give you the time to invest in each other. Something to keep in mind, right? Not saying you should rely on anybody else for finances, but understanding that like a relationship, while also providing you with like, commitment, emotional fulfillment, and whatever types of things you're looking for, can also provide you with a partner to build financially. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people overlook in relationships because we are so focused on love that we forget to see that, these relationships can really allow us to move into a more stable space of our lives. And I feel like that's the conversation you guys are going to be having here. It's like, okay, it feels like you both are in the same space. You're like, okay, well, damn, like, I'm not where I want to be right now. For both of you, like, I'm just not where I want to be right now financially. But it's like talking about that, being honest about that, like, hey, like, I really do want this relationship with you. Like, why don't we just work together? And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like, yeah, like, you guys are having a struggle. Like, everybody's struggling to some degree, man. I know I am, and sometimes that's life, man. We struggle. That's just how it goes. But, like, it's not always a struggle. I feel like not trying to just focus on the struggle. It's like, yeah, like, we can struggle, but you can also move out that struggle. It's like something, it's like this energy of, like, you guys are being presented with a very real opportunity to come into this financially abundant space. And I feel like that's going to require you to work together in some way. Because the card under that is the Judgment reverse. And I feel like, yeah, man, you guys have made some bad calls in this relationship. Maybe you decided to separate. And you're now kind of seeing like, damn, maybe we shouldn't have separated. Maybe we should actually come back together and work together to build the life we want to build. Seeing the fact that you both are obviously hardworking people. We did have the King and the Queen of Pentacles, regardless of them being in reverse. But it's, I think more than anything, it's like evaluating your level of commitment. Like, it's evaluating your level of codependency. Like, can you commit to this right now? Do you want to commit to this? And I feel like that's why this card is here. It's like, okay, maybe you both chose to invest your time elsewhere. Maybe you chose to invest in other relationships, and you're now seeing maybe that was a bad idea. Not because it was like a bad thing, but it was more so it didn't work out, and you're like, damn, like those things not working out with those people are now making you realize how much you actually want this other person, this counterpart that you are dealing with, that is still in your energy, regardless of how long you've been in separation. But the energy is mutual. It's like you're both like, damn, like I tried doing this, I tried going my own separate way, I tried moving on, and it is just not working for me. I want you, and I'm sorry that I walked away, is what this card tells me. Yeah, the star reverse, dude. This came out for, I don't know, one of the other readings. One of the last two that I did before this one, Capricorn or Sagittarius. I think it was Sagittarius. And so it's like you guys are kind of needing to trust your intuition right now. Understanding that like going against what's divinely decreed will oftentimes put you in spaces that are going to bring you back into alignment with who it is, I guess, you're meant to be with. And so it's kind of needing to trust in the destiny of this relationship is what I'm hearing, and understanding that like, yeah, you may be going through a lot right now, but you're both going to come together if you listen to your intuition and you do both decide to manifest this. When I see this in the reverse, this is the energy of maybe just choosing not to move forward with the relationship, choosing to just kind of manifest elsewhere, which is perfectly fine. But as you've seen what you've both been going through, I feel like the universe is trying to tell you something here. Yeah, man. Regardless, though, I feel like this is just the reconciliatory energy, man. I feel like you're going to be coming back together with this person because you both are now seeing how much value you bring to each other's lives, not only emotionally, but how you can both provide for each other financially because you are both so hardworking. That's the energy that's been coming through for a lot of signs. It's like logistical stuff, strategical stuff, like, okay, we both can really build with each other here, and it'd be really, really great to do so, so let's do so. And it's like, okay, let's come back together then. Let's have the hard conversations. Let's talk about what we need to do as individuals and how we can treat this relationship as a whole. What can you do together to build your lives up together? Not what can you do apart to build your lives apart with other people separately, but wanting to come back together and say like, I want this with you. I really want to reconcile with you. I'm sorry for the way things have gone. I'm sorry for walking away. I'm sorry for the non-committal energy. I very much would like to do this with you, but starting small, starting slow, having those conversations about what it is you want with your person, okay? We're going to close it out here, though, for you, Aquarius. I'm going to use a magical spell cards deck. Okay, so bottom of the deck we have Good Cheer, card 25. It says, with kind heart and humor free, may good cheer rule so motive be. So I feel like this card is asking you to maybe instill a little bit more playfulness in the connection. Maybe not focusing so much on the failures of the past, but by coming back together, you're going to essentially recognize, yeah, like, this is actually something that brought a lot of joy to my life, and understanding that like a relationship like that is what is going to allow you to build your life in the way that's healthy for both of you. And it's really important to maintain that mental, emotional, and spiritual balance. And I feel like having this person in your life brought you so much happiness that it allowed you to do other things in your life that you weren't necessarily having the motivation or confidence to do before. And it's not to say that you should rely on this person for that reason, but it's recognizing that like, look, this is something that I really do truly want. It brings me a lot of happiness. Let's just bring that back into our lives. Let's come back together and let's really work together to just focus on the happiness that we share, right? Because your first card out is organization. This is the card of having logistical discussions for me. This is coming out for a lot of people. It says purpose, planning efficiency now come to me so easily. So I feel like you guys are going to be making some very serious plans for the future, right? I feel like this is a counterpart situation, somebody that you've been in separation from, deciding to come back together, deciding to work together, working through the issues, planning for the future, and doing so in a way that's going to be efficient for both of your lives, right? It's a really nice energy. Yeah, dude, we got new beginnings. Card 44, nice little butterfly here. It says, let this magic and my spell clear the space in which I dwell. Okay, so again, I just feel like there's going to be a new start between you and this person. It's going to be a reconciliation. I'm probably going to put that in the title or something, because it's just the major message coming through. Reconciliatory energy with the need to like balance things out, or whatever I'm going to say, I don't know. But let's just say, yeah, man, I feel like the energy is here for you both to come back together should you decide to do so. Again, you have free will, right? Last card here for you, though, is Destiny. This is not what I just talked about, right? Destiny, trusting in the destiny and the connection. It's a distant connection, man. It says, all that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. So again, Aquarius, it's a very beautiful energy here, man. You know, I don't normally do this. I'm gonna pull the other bottom of the deck card, okay? I'm gonna give you an extra card, Aquarius. It says 11, passion, and that's why I'm pulling it, because we've never gotten this card. It says rise passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. So I'm feeling like this connection is going to help you really step into your purpose, especially when it comes to divine connections and counterparts. They will often help you step into your purpose through just sheer like will of wanting to be a better person for yourself and for the connection. Sorry, I'm trying to pull the cards out. You know what I mean? This is really beautiful, man. I feel like passion is going to be renewed here. You're going to come into this new beginning with this person here. You're going to be making plans for the future. You're going to like, it's like everything's going to come back into balance, and like everything's going to make sense. And I feel like it's been destined the whole time, and you're now both seeing that, and it's going to bring you so much happiness for both of you. And that's really, really beautiful, man. That is where I'm going to leave it, though. Leave it on a positive note, because I'm really, really happy for you, and I really wish the best for you. This is really nice. I hope you enjoy this new beginning with your person, and I hope you guys have a beautiful life together. But that is all I have for you. If you do want to see more stuff, I do timeless messages on Instagram, little 1 minute reels. If you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description. Send me an email and we will get something booked for you, okay? But yeah, I hope you'll have a good one and enjoy the new beginning. Bye-bye.